G'day guys, my name is Marty, aka CrypticExistence. Today Apple released a new line of iPhones. I wanted to have a bit of a chat, talk about them, and let you know what I think, so hope you enjoy. Alrighty guys, so today I wanted to have a chat about the iPhone, but really quickly just to get some things out of the way. Using the AN94 with adjustable stock and fast mags. We're also running secondary cap 40, perks, flak jacket with hardline perk 1, scavenger perk 2, dexterity perk 3, and C4 because I love it. So, some streaks, which I do go through. We've got the VSAT, Lodestar, and Swarm. Great combination, especially if you can lap them over a couple times, so give it a go. But, as I said, really wanted to talk about Apple today. They announced their new amazing phones, the iPhone 5S and the iPhone 5C. Wow, that was so underwhelming. It's just, I just don't know how they keep doing it to their consumers. Apple are amazing, yes. They have changed the telecommunication industry just in releasing their old school iPhone back, iPhone 2.5, you know, the one before the 3 that was released in Australia. So they've done a really good thing in that regard, and I cannot take that from them. But to go from a 5 to a 5S or a 5C, I think is really disappointing. First of all, the 5C, the battery, exactly the same as the 5. The processor, Apple A6 processor, exactly the same. 8 megapixel camera, nothing special, and 16 and 32 gig storage only. No room for expandable SD cards or anything. That's really disappointing. The iPhone 5 already has all that. Yes, they're marketing this as their budget phone. So, you know, if you're going to enter some of those contracts on those really low plans, it might be something that's going to take people's fancy, I suppose. Comes in a variety of colors. I'll give them that. That's all right. But the thing is, they're really plastic. They look plastic. They look cheap. It's weird because the phone's heavier than the 5S, but yeah. Comes in a green, a blue, a yellow, a white, and this awkward looking peachy pink color. Don't know if I'm a massive fan. One thing that it is missing that's going to be really cool on the 5S is this fingerprint scanning facility that they have. They've found that a very low percentage of people actually lock their phone with security. Quite frankly, I never did when I had an iPhone. Thankfully, I've moved away from iPhone and I'll never go back, but that's another story in its own. So, yeah, they're doing this whole thing with the fingerprint, which is really cool because the little button that is your menu button to unlock your phone and things is going to have a fingerprint scanner. I'm kind of sketchy about it. Can work, can fail. If it's really good, sweet, they've done something really fantastic. But quite frankly, if I put my thumb on it in a certain way for it to measure my, thumbprint and such, if I then want to use my phone, I might not put my thumb down the exact same way to push that menu button. So with that movement alone, that kind of may defeat the purpose of it. So, that kind of comes to my mind. Is that going to be something that's going to frustrate me? Well, it's not going to frustrate me because I'm never going to go for it. But moving on to the 5S and some more details about it. Some things that I find really interesting. They are using the A7 chip and they market it as, 64-bit. And they just keep telling all their consumers about their 64-bit chip and the first one ever for phones. The thing is, they're not, ironically enough, they're not comparing apples with apples. They're giving consumers this one unit of measurement of a bit, but all other phones use gigahertz, and they typically do this because their clock rate on their processors are a little bit lower than something like the Galaxy. The Galaxy that's, I think, a 1.9 quad core, I believe, the Galaxy 4. So, how are you going to compare 64 bits with 1.9 gigahertz? You're going to look at that and go, that's like comparing kilometers versus, minutes. It just doesn't make sense. So to a consumer, it's really clever how they do that, because they really trick people. Really quickly, the phone itself, same battery again, so that's just terrible. The batteries are just really weak and they do not last, so that's really disappointing. 16, 32, 64 gig storage, no external slots, again, that's just dismal. I don't know, I'm really disappointed. The colors, grey, gold, and this champagne, silver, grey, and this champagne looking gold thing. Yeah, I don't know. The champagne looks cheap, but I reckon everyone's going to go for it because it sets them apart from the 5. So, guys, if you enjoy the gameplay, if you enjoy the topic, please hit us a like. If you're new here, subscribe. And check out the video in the outro. I'll get myself a really cool 100 kill gameplay. Like on Facebook and follow on Twitter. Cheers, guys. Take care.